Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Banter Bros podcast. You know me, I'm Damien. This is,
Mini.
and just to talk about a little bit what we do here, we just talk about everything and anything. We like to just debate, talk, kind of say our opinions, how we see things, just on every spectrum. We get on the space and other episodes, and we've got into other stuff and different episodes. But first of all, like, what's been going on with you, Minnie? What's been going on?
Nothing much. Black Ops 6 came out.
Yeah,
Fucking, dude, I love
I'm ready
Hunter.
to play it.
I know I've said this past couple of episodes. That's why I wish Hunter would listen. I love Hunter. Motherfucker bought me Black Ops 6, pre-ordered it for me. Fucking G. Because he wanted to, play it with me. Because he wanted someone to play it with consistently. So I was like, yeah, I mean, whenever I get the game, I'll play it consistently. And he was like, I'll buy you the game. And I was like, are you sure you want to do that? He was like, yeah. And he sent me $75 on Venmo and bought me the game. I was like, fuck yeah. Because it's a $70 game. But because Texas, they have game tax.
Yeah.
Not a lot of other states have that. I don't know if you knew that, but
Right.
yeah, not a lot of other states have tax on games. Other games are usually just if they're $70, like on like when you buy it through the store, like the PlayStation or the Xbox store. Other states like Missouri, they don't have. So if you buy a $70 game, it's $70. So, but yeah, been playing that. It came out a couple days ago. It's very very fun. Been enjoying the hell out of that. Other than that, I just started a new job.
You're working with me now.
I'm gonna be working 2 jobs. Be working 2 jobs, 7 days a week. What? Making that money. Um, we are, me and my brother and sister were all planning a trip to North Carolina.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know if I told you about that,
You
but
did a little bit.
yeah, we're planning to go around my brother's birthday, and I plan on buying my plane ticket, my first paycheck from Quick Car. I'm just gonna try and save all the money. I'm gonna talk to Star and Chris because I was gonna start paying back on the car again since I'm working at Quick Car again. But um, since I'm gonna be having 2 jobs, I need to talk to. I need to. Oh, I should have done that. I need to talk to Ray about having off for those days, and then I'm basically just gonna try and save up every dime I can for that trip, so I'll have money for the trip.
Right.
But yeah, going back visiting North Carolina,
Oh, yeah.
where I was grown, hatched from an egg.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, no. Other than that, nothing really super eventful. Just been chilling, playing Black Ops. I did get Power World.
Hell yeah.
That came out on PlayStation 5 because it was originally only on Xbox and
Right.
PC, but they released it on PlayStation and it's only $30. So I was like, fuck it, why not? Why not? So I got it. I've been enjoying that game. It's been a lot of fun. Other than that, nothing really new. Started at Quick Car with you like yesterday, and yeah, just working, playing games, chilling. Basically, all I've been doing.
Oh yeah. Not much is going on with me, bro. I mean, same here. Just doing my dad shit. Yesterday I went to that Halloween party I told you about.
Yeah.
We kind of got not like really guilt tripped, but
I mean,
the
I
per-
would have gone if you know.
well, it was also 10 o'clock at night when we decided that we were gonna go.
Yeah,
Like,
you could have came pick my ass up. I didn't
Yeah.
fall asleep until 5 o'clock.
whatever. I could have picked you up, yes, but no.
Be careful. you
Yeah,
don't want
sorry.
to tear down the entire fucking setup.
Right. No, but we hung out for a little bit. It was cool. They borrowed all of our Halloween decorations in the house. I don't know if you noticed. There's no Halloween decorations.
No,
in
I
the
was here whenever they
house.
were
Yeah.
doing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but they borrowed that and then they used them all. It looked pretty cool. Eduardo, right? He's dating Cassie, the bigger Mexican girl. He's friends with Lily. They were in the same grade. Eduardo, big old Mexican dude.
No, I have to see. I have to see a face,
Yeah,
dude.
if you see him, you definitely know him.
Names are not my strong suit.
But he wore a Bartholomew Kuma fucking costume, and he made self-made it. It looked so good.
Do not
And
know who that is.
fucking Kuma from fucking One Piece. Bartholomew Kuma, the fucking
Oh yeah, I think I know.
the
I think I
Pasta
know.
Vista guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, him.
Yeah. Okay, dude, I'm not good with names.
I know, but yeah, okay. The bear, the Paul Bear
Yeah,
motherfucker. Yeah,
I know. Who you're talking about.
he did the build up, and he has kind of the same body style. Not he's not obviously the same height as him, but he's got the big broad upper body and then the little legs. So he when he was walking around with the whole costume, it matched. It was perfect. But yeah, fucking that was the only thing eventful of my week this week, is that party. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into this week's podcast.
Let's.
We're in the Halloween spooky season still, so I got another spooky one for us. We're gonna dive into the SCP world. I know you know a little bit of that. We've been talking about this for a little bit, trying to get some of them. I wanted to make sure you had knowledge on this because I had two options for this week's podcast, and I wanted to make sure you knew something about this one.
Yeah, I know.
I feel like you have more knowledge than I do.
I'm not very I'm not well versed, but I know a little bit because I watched Markiplier, and Markiplier was really into it.
Right.
I mean, he has almost 100 videos on SCP Containment Breach, which is a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm not super into it, but yeah, no, I know a little. I know a little.
Right. So to go down with people that don't know what the SCP is, it's basically an organization which is secure, contain, and protect is what it stands for, is SCP. And it is just basically an organization that has contained in different items, entities, and even like they say godlike beings in some of them. It changes because constantly people are making new ones and everything, because it's not
fan
real.
made. It's fan made entities and objects and stuff that have supernatural, paranatural abilities to do crazy world-ending or mind-bending things.
Just anything, you're right. But they're categorized in three different categories. There's safe, is basically the object is classified, or classified objects are those anomalies that are either basically understood and not completely really you really need to contain it. It's not a big threat to anything. They know a lot, and they know a lot more about these ones. Like any of these ones that are classified safe are basically they know how to contain these and keep them from, not saying that they can't, fuck up shit, but they just know more about it to contain it. And then I might mispronounce it. Is it elucid? Is the second one, right? Elucid.
Euclid.
Euclid.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I'm like I said, I might mispronounce it. I'm dyslexic, guys. But basically, these ones are not as more well known. Like there's more stuff they know a little bit about these ones. These ones are more tested on, but these ones are also a possible threat. And if they have containment breaches and stuff like that, that it could be really detrimental. And then they have Keter, which is the last one, and basically these are the ones that are just the absolutely crazy ones off the rib that can't be contained, can be contained, and if they are contained, if breaches.
Wasn't that the name of a dog, Keters?
Keter, I don't know, maybe. What? I don't know. That doesn't ring a bell for me, no.
That rings a bell for me. I don't know why I just thought of that, so I continue.
Yes. But there's thousands and hundreds of thousands of these SCPs. A couple of them that I kind of were looking up, one of the most dangerous ones and stuff like that. I brought up one that I saw, It's the main one, the literally like the number one SCP. We were looking at it. It's
Well,
called.
it's I know which one you're talking about. The one it's said to thought to be the number one, but the way the website, the
Yeah.
way that this SCP wiki works is number
Right.
one. There's a bunch of different proposals for what would be number one. Like the first SCP. So SCP-1 is like a list of all kinds of different SCPs that could be the first one.
Right.
And they're like basically like a lot of them are like godlike entities and shit like that. But SCP-002 is, I'm pretty sure, the one you're talking about, the statue, the concrete statue.
I wasn't gonna talk about that one. I'm actually talking about this one's called the Sculpture of the Peanut. This is SCP 173. That's the
That's the one I'm talking about. The statue that's
no,
made out of
it's not a
concrete-
statue. It's called the sculpture, and it's the one we saw in the Markiplier video we were looking at.
Yeah, it's a sculpture is a. Do you not?
Yeah, but like this is not the same one as the statue one. The one you're talking about 002. That's an actual statue that like
No, I'm talking.
encompasses.
No, sorry, 173. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But when we were reading it, I said it wrong. I didn't mean to say 002. That was my bad. I know when you're talking about. It's said to be thought to be one of the first
Right.
SCPs. Yes, but I was just saying that on the list SCP-001 was because SCP-173, it says in the description, thought to be one of the either the first or one of the first SCPs to be contained or whatever the fuck. But yeah, no.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
But going to this SCP-173 is a bizarre statue that moves when not observed by and has a habit to snap the necks those who blink or look away from it. In knowing speed, it has an unknown speed and extremely hostile. So they doesn't know how fast this thing goes. And I just kind of want to talk about because this is one of the more known ones. This is in the game. What's it called?
Containment breach.
Containment breach. But it's also in what that new one that where you go out and search for the government, the business or whatever. They go out in space. Like Smitty's been playing it and stuff. I can't remember what it's called. They all go inside. They go inside, look for items and shit.
Oh, Lethal Company.
Yeah, Lethal Company. Yeah, that one.
It's not.
It's in there. It's definitely in there because I've seen it. I've seen it in the in some of the Smitty's videos. It's definitely
there's
in
a
that
weeping.
one.
There's a weeping angel, but it's not that. There's no SCP in there. There's a thing
There's
like a
there's a
weeping
couple
angel.
of SCPs because when they went to the one Clockwork, that one's actually in the game as one of the maps. They're probably downloaded, other maps and
you can
DLC
do
and
you
stuff.
can do mods. There's no deal, but you can do mods and stuff.
Right.
But I think the one that you're talking about, the Bracken, the one that comes up behind you and snaps.
Yeah,
your
that's a
neck.
Bracken, but that I'm not. It looks exactly like how that picture. This picture I was sitting here. It looks exactly like that, and I mean, like I said, it might be a mod.
I've watched all of Smitty's Lethal Company videos, and that has never been in any of.
I swear, I'll pull it up here when we get out of here.
Okay,
But this is
I'm
this is
telling
one
you.
of the more known ones, especially from the containment breach and stuff like that. But that one is like it just like you have to be like how would you like the only way I can see you getting away from it is like walking backwards completely until you completely get away from it. But I feel like
You have to remain eye contact at all times, but that's why there's protocols to be at least 3 people at a time, and 2 people must have consistent eye contact. And
Right, we were
anytime,
reading on that.
anytime you're about to blink, you have to let the other person know. But yeah, no, I mean that's honestly, in my opinion, that's why it's not categorized as Euclid, because it's not like it can cause harm, but it doesn't.
it's easy to contain because you could just like go into a room, look away for a second, look back, and like fucking get them in the room or something.
No, as soon as you look away, you're basically dead. It moves very fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like
So
it
you
has no
don't-
end speed, but like
So you don't look away. You just continuously look at it until you enter another room and you lock the door behind you, and then he can't get in. As long as he's
well, it's not
contained,
gonna move until if you still look at it. So how does it get into the room?
you move from the room you're in into a different room.
And then it just appears in the front of the room and you see it?
No, what I'm saying is the room that you're currently in with the entity,
Right.
and you're looking at it, you move into a different room, and then you close the door and you lock it. And then you can't see it anymore, so it can continue moving in that room. But as long as it's, a pretty sturdy door, it's not going to be getting through. As long as it's a sturdy, it's like, obviously, a wooden fucking piece of shit door isn't going to.
Yeah, one of our doors
but
is done.
if you're in the SCP, facility,
Right.
and it's trying to chase you around, you continuously watch it, you get some eye drops, and you fucking drop them in your goddamn eyes, and you fucking keep your goddamn eyes open, and you keep walking backwards, and then you reach for the door latch or the button or whatever, you click it, you walk through it, then you close the door, and then you're good. And as long as it's locked and secure, you're good. Well, I feel like that's one of the easier ones too.
Well, think about if it just got let out into the world and no one knew about it. Like, I mean, like, obviously, like the Foundation, if they were real, would know about it. Like, and it just got released in the world. How many people do you think it would kill before it fucking got stopped? Because it's super fast. Because I mean, like.
Not a lot. If it was real, then the SCP Foundation would be real too.
Right.
So,
they would definitely have that.
So
they wouldn't let it get.
It'd kill probably a little bit of people, but they'd be able to contain it and figure it out and get it pretty fucking quick. And I think, I mean, I think
it would just keep heat seeking to like the next human.
Now, if we're saying that the entity exists without the SCP Foundation, then there's no real way to stop it, unless the government creates said organization to stop it.
Right. I mean, I don't know. I think it would just fucking.
Or
bing,
maybe
bing,
C4.
bing, 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 bing,
it's made
all
of
the way
concrete and rebar, so maybe some C4 might blow that shit up.
Someone just fucking suicide bombs the fucking guy, like, Allah Akbar, like closes his eyes, fucking blows up, freaking.
Yep.
Yeah. And then all right, I got a couple other ones we can go through, but we got SCP-096. This is the shy guy. You said it looks like the rake, or the rake.
Kind of no rake. It kind of looks like the rake. It's white, skinny, lanky arms with like claw-like
hands,
fingers, claw-like hands. Claw-like fingers. You can't have claw-like hands.
Why?
Your entire hand is a claw?
Yeah.
And I guess as an SCP you could, but he doesn't have claw-like hands. He has claw-like fingers.
Right.
But he kind of he's a bit taller than the rake.
Yeah, he's a humanoid entity with extreme sensitivity to being viewed. If anyone sees its face, even through photographs or videos, the SCP will enter a state of extreme rage and pursue the viewer relentlessly until they are killed. It can't be cross-entered and contaminate. It can cross-enter contamination in pursuit. I don't know what that means, or I might be reading that wrong.
Okay. SCP-096 is a humanoid entity with extreme sensitivity to being viewed. If anyone sees its face, even through a photograph or video, SCP-096 will enter a state of extreme rage and pursue the viewer relentlessly until they are killed. It can cross entire continents in pursuit.
Oh, continents. I was contaminated. I'm fucked there. I really need to get better reading.
Since we're seeing a picture of him, we're gonna die, basically.
Yeah.
It's the way it's...
I'm seeing how fast he gets over here, you know?
The way it's gonna work. But yeah. No, the shy guy, so just to explain, like, I guess I can sort of explain how he looks. So, basically, he's completely, like, pale, like, very, very pale, very white. His face, he has, like, a super wide open mouth, like, his jaw reaches down to, around his, like, solar plexus.
Y'all remember the movie Legion? Like, that ice cream guy, basically.
Never. What movie are you talking about?
Legion, the one where it's like the fucking angels. That angel one guy comes down. And
no idea what you're talking about,
dude. It's such a good movie. You got to see it, bro.
I just love how you referenced a movie that
I thought you would know.
Some people might not have seen.
Oh well, if
That's what
y'all
I'm saying.
have seen,
You can't reference something if it has to be something that's everyone knows about, like
right?
fucking Iron Man. You can reference Iron Man to compare, or Tony Stark to compare to look like something else, because everyone fucking knows who he is.
Right.
But not everybody knows what the movie Legion is.
Well, I'm sorry. I thought it would be very well known.
I'm just fucking. I've never seen the movie. I never even heard of that movie, but
I guarantee you, once you see it, you have heard of the movie.
no, never heard of that movie.
Yeah.
You said yeah.
Yeah, like you've never heard of it. Yeah. I get
Oh, I thought you were saying, yeah, you've seen the movie.
Yeah, you've seen it. You've seen it. I know you have. I'm inside your head.
He has like completely white eyes, very, very long arms. Like his arms basically go down to his legs, like his feet. He's basically he's skin and bone. Like you can see his rib cage and his hip bones and everything like that. Very, very big hands, like giant fucking hands with like claw-like fingers. Very very scary guy. He's shy. He's shy. He'll fucking kill you if you look at him.
Yeah, you look at him, he just gets really upset. He's that one that's like, don't look at me. Kills you. That's it. You're done. But that was
you
one.
were referencing something there. Once again, I did not get the reference.
I know you don't. You never get any of my references. It's okay. But there's another one I got for you. I know you. I figured you had some SCPs you knew about that you would like to talk about, and I have other ones I want to talk about that I know of. I don't know their numbers and stuff like that, but just by names and stuff like that. This one, I thought you thought it was funny, just the name of it, but it's SCP-682. It's the hard to destroy reptile. I think it's funny that they just have a reptile that just basically he just comes immediately resilient to anything. Like any situation he's in, he just fucking gets. He's like, nah, Trump.
Godzilla.
Yeah, it's for real Godzilla. But the picture I have here, he's got like 100 eyes on his face. And he's got like spikes all down his back, and he's covered in blood, and there's like rib cage is showing and crap. It's crazy looking. It's like a Komodo dragon basically, but just imagine it the size of like 3 buses. But this creature is contained, so we don't have to worry about it coming out and fucking up Florida, getting out there in the swamp.
No, I go straight to Japan.
Godzilla! This is my home. But yeah. So like this is just it's a reptile creature. It's basically nearly impossible to kill. There is one account where another CPU basically.
CPU
or CPU.
Yeah. A CPU killed it.
Yeah, no. SCP. Another SCP tried to fight it. It was Abel. It's basically Cain and Abel, but Abel is a CPU in this universe. Basically, he can. Or CPU. I said it again. God damn it! An SCP. Fucking a damn SCP that he's in this universe. He could basically spawn in any weapon from his. What was it? With like.
I'm gonna let you. I know what it is.
It's a portal pocket. I don't know.
Portal pocket.
Portal pocket. I don't know. He like at the video.
Pocket dimension.
Pocket dimension. He's basically Deadpool and can just pull weapons out of nowhere, and yeah. But he fought this thing for an hour straight, and yeah, like aside from missing one arm and like all that shit, Abel was fucked up. He was fucked up, but. That's just like a story into more of the lore on him and stuff like that. But do you have any SCPs?
It's been a long time since I've like looked into SCPs. I know more like creepypastas, which those sort of sometimes
some of them are.
Sometimes they make the creepypastas into SCPs and like add some things to them. I know of like I know there's I forgot exactly the shadow people. I forgot exactly what they do and like all that stuff. It's been such a long time since I've like looked into SCPs. Like I said, I watched Markiplier play SCP Containment Breach, and that's sort of when I got into it, and that was years ago. That
Yeah.
was like when I was in high school, long time ago. I know more about creepypastas like the Rake. The Rake, he's a creepypasta. Slenderman, he's a creepypasta. I know a lot about those guys, but actual SCPs, I can name some, but like actually knowing like about what they do, their class and all that, I don't know a lot about that. A world builder was one that um I saw, and that one basically it's if I can remember correctly, it's kind of like a USB drive with some other stuff that's attached to it that could be hung on a wall. Think like a keychain or something like that. And basically, when you put the USB drive into any computer, and it opens like a vortex or like a void or something like that. And when you type in your keys, when you type on the keys, the text appears inside the vortex. And whenever the enter command is clicked on your computer, it generates a world or dimension that it looks basically is referenced off of what you were typing. Nothing can be removed from the dimension, and but that's basically it. I mean, that one's not really like super crazy or dangerous. I haven't really looked into that one like super a lot, but that was one that I saw recently. But like I said, I haven't looked into them in a long time. I did enjoy them whenever I was looking into them, and whenever Markiplier was playing the game, that was very interesting to me. But that was like back in high school. Like I said, I haven't
Right.
thought about SCPs since
The
you
one
brought it
you
up.
were talking about, I think the you said the World Maker.
World Builder.
Yeah, World Builder. I was reading on that one. We were reading on it this morning. But
Oh
it's a
shit.
yeah, it's a we literally were reading. It was like the first one on the CP page. Like it brings it up. It has to be plugged into the wall too. Like that's one of the things. Like it's USB, but it's plugged in. It has to be plugged into the wall as a charging mode, basically. And
it has like a cord that you plug into like an outlet.
yeah, like
That makes sense.
basically. And then if you plug that into the computer, it fucking goes wild. But here's one. I'm gonna give this to you so you can read it, so I don't butcher it. But this is one of my favorite CPs. Or SCPs.
CPUs.
CPUs. Yeah, it's my favorite CPU.
Mm-hmm.
But it's 049. It's the Witch Doctor. I talked to you. I mentioned this one a little bit.
49ers? Ugh.
Yeah, it's a 49er. He's got a plague mask. He was, but I'm gonna give it to you off so you can read it. But there's some of his stats. I got that one pulled up for us.
All right, let's read this thing. So SCP. So yeah, he's like he said. He kind of has the look of a witch doctor, but not exactly. Because witch doctor masks they come like more out.
Yeah.
The nose is the same exact as the witch doctor, sort of like a crow. But it's
And we're thinking more like a plague doctor, not like more like a witch doctor. I said witch doctor.
witch doctor, plague doctor. They're
yeah.
they sort of both. I mean, if you look
Kinda
at witch
fit the-
doctor, yeah, they kind of fit the description. But the plague doctor, it sort of plague doctor look, but the mask itself is more flat, and he's completely black robed and like hooded. With the
Kylo Ren, but with the plague mask.
yeah, kind of. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, but like I said, the plague mask, instead of it being like rounded out, like further out on your face, the nose comes out, and it's like a flat mask. I'm just trying to describe it so
Yeah.
y'all can
They can get
So-
an idea.
SCP-049. The object class is Euclid. So not super dangerous, can be contained, but also can be dangerous.
Can fuck up the whole world.
So, special containment procedures. SCP-049 is contained within a standard secure humanoid containment cell in Research Sector 02 at Site 19. Y'all hear that? Sector 2 at Site 19. Y'all rush there and check it out.
Let me know. I want a picture, a selfie with him.
SCP-049 must be sedated before any attempts to transport it. During transport, SCP-049 must be secured within a Class 3 humanoid restriction harness, including a locking collar and extension restraints, and monitored by no fewer than 2 armed guards. While SCP-049 is generally cooperative with most Foundation personnel, outbursts or sudden changes in behavior are to be met with elevated force. Under no circumstances should any personnel come into direct contact with SCP-49. During these outbursts, in the event SCP-49 becomes aggressive, the application of lavender, L. multifida, has been shown to produce a calming effect on the entity. Once calmed, SCP-49 generally becomes compliant and will return to containment with little resistance. In order to facilitate the ongoing containment of SCP-49, the entity is to be provided with the corpse of a recently deceased animal, typically a bovine or other large mammal, once every 2 weeks for study. Corpses that become instances of SCP-049-2 are to be removed from SCP-49's containment cell and incinerated. SCP-49 is no longer permitted to interact with human subjects, and requests for human subjects are to be denied. Ooh.
Yeah. I actually have some lore onto the human subjects.
I'm gonna
let you finish.
Oh, so okay, I'm seeing this picture now. It's not a mask.
It's his face?
That's his face.
Yeah.
Like his the way that he looks, that is like his bone structure. His face is basically his bones. That's pretty whack. Okay. Temporary containment procedure update. Per Containment Committee Order 049.S19.17.1, SCP-49 is no longer permitted to interact directly with any members of Foundation staff, nor is it to be provided with any additional corpses to be used in its surgeries. This order shall persist indefinitely until such time a consensus regarding the ongoing containment of SCP-49 can be reached. SCP-49 is a humanoid entity, roughly 1.9 meters in height, which bears the appearance of a medieval plague doctor, while SCP-49 appears to be wearing the thick robes of the ceramic mask. While SCP-49 appears to be wearing the thick robes and the ceramic mask indicative of the profession, the garments instead seem to have grown out of SCP-49's body over time, and are now nearly indistinguishable from whatever form is beneath them. X-rays indicate that despite this, SCP-49 does have a humanoid skeletal structure beneath its outer layer. SCP-49 is capable of speech in a variety of languages, though tends to prefer English or medieval French. While SCP-49 is generally cordial and cooperative with Foundation staff, it can become especially irritated or at times outright aggressive if it feels that it is in the presence of what it calls the pestilence. All of the exact nature of this pestilence is currently unknown to Foundation researchers. It does seem to be an issue of immense concern to SCP-49. SCP-49 will become hostile with individuals it sees as being affected by the pestilence, often having to be restrained should it encounter such if left unchecked. SCP-49 will generally attempt to kill any such individual. SCP-49 is capable of causing all biological functions of an organism to cease through direct skin contact. How this occurs is currently unknown, and autopsies of SCP-49's victims have invariably been inconclusive. SCP-49 has expressed frustration or remorse after these killings, indicating that they have done little to kill the pestilence, though will usually seek to then perform a crude surgery on the corpse using the implements contained within a black doctor's bag it carries on its person at all times. While these surgeries are not always successful, they often result in the creation of instances of SCP-49-2. SCP-49-2 instances are reanimated corpses that have been operated on by SCP-49. These instances do not seem to retain any of their prior memories or mental functions, having only basic motor skills and response mechanisms. While these instances are generally inactive, moving very little and in a generally ambulatory fashion, they can become extremely aggressive if provoked, or if directed to by SCP-49. SCP-49-2 instances express active biological functions, though these are vastly different from currently understood human physiology. Despite these alterations, SCP-49 often remarks that the subjects have been cured. Discovery SCP-49 was discovered during the investigation of a series of unknown disappearances in the town of Montauban in southern France. During a raid on a local home, investigators found several instances of SCP-49-2 as well as SCP-49. While law enforcement personnel engaged the hostile 49-2 instances, SCP-49 was noted as watching the engagement and taking notes in its journal. After all of the 49-2 instances were dispatched, SCP-49 willingly entered Foundation custody. Interesting.
Yeah. So, a little on to some of the lore that I know about this one. I used to watch the interviews that I guess someone created. They could be wrong, but these were like the interviews. They're supposed to be lore into it. And
I have an interview right here I could read.
You got one?
Yeah, there's an. I scroll down. There's an interviewer, Dr. Raymond Ham, Site 85.
Yes. I think that's the guy. The Raymond Ham sounds very familiar.
So want me to
go ahead.
So, SCP-49 in French. So then, how should we begin? An introduction? Dr. Ham, aside. Is that French? Can we get a translator? SCP-49 in English. The King's English. No need for a translation, sir. I can speak it well enough. Dr. Ham. Good. My name is Dr. Raymond Ham, and SCP-49. A doctor. A like-minded individual, no doubt. Wherein is your specialty, sir? Dr. Ham. Cryptobiology. Why? SCP-49. A medical man, such as myself, wonders abound, and here I worried I had been abducted by common street thugs. Looks around the room. This place, then. This is your laboratory? I had wondered, as clean as it is, and with such little trace of the pestilence here. Dr. Ham. The pestilence? What do you mean? SCP-49. The scourge. The great dying. Come now. You know, taps Temple furiously. What is it they call it? No matter. The pestilence, yes. It abounds outside these walls. You know, so many have succumbed and many more will continue to until such time as a perfect cure can be developed. Leans back in its chair. Fortunately, I am very close. It is my duty in life to rid the world of it. You see, the cure to end all cures. When you say, Dr. Ham, when you say the great dying, are you talking about the bubonic plague? SCP-49 pauses. I don't know what that is. Dr. Ham. I see. Right. Well, the entities are agents encountered at the house. They were dead when you encountered them, yes? And you reanimated them? SCP-49. In a manner of speaking, you see things too simply. Doctor. Expand your horizons. Life and death. Sickness and health. These are amateur terms for amateur physicians. There is only one ailment that exists in the world of men, and that is the pestilence, and nothing else. Make no mistake, they were very ill, all of them. Dr. Ham. You think you cured those people? SCP-49. Indeed, my cure is most effective. Dr. Ham. The things we recovered were not human. SCP-49 pauses and glares at Dr. Ham. Yes, well, it is not a perfect cure, but that will come with time and further experimentation. I've spent a lifetime developing my methods, Dr. Ham, and will spend a lifetime more if necessary. Now, we have wasted too much time. There is work to do. I will require a laboratory of my own, one where I can continue my research unimpeded. And assistance, of course, though I can provide those on my own, in time. Laughs. Dr. Ham. I don't think our organization will be willing to... SCP-49. Nonsense. We are all men of science. Fetch your coat and show me to my quarters, Doctor. Gestures with pointed stick. Our work begins now. End log. Interviewer's note. While SCP-49 is capable of communicating in a very human way, there is a strange sense of unease that one experiences when in its presence. Make no mistake, there is something very uncanny about this entity indeed. Additionally, we've confiscated the pointed stick that SCP-49 keeps waving around. Part of this was due to standard confiscation protocols for the possession of anomalies, and part because 49 really is a menace swinging it around like he does. The entity was displeased at first, but after we made some concessions in providing it with test subjects, which are admittedly more for the benefit of our own research, it warmed up to the idea. There's also an observation log, and can read that if you want me to, but I can.
No, we're
Yeah.
we're getting too much into this one.
We're getting
But,
in the weeds.
With one of these interviews, that doctor actually becomes the dash twos. He actually becomes one because he says something along the lines of like you're not a doctor in profession. You're just a mad scientist, and it pissed him off, and he fucking like reaches over the table, instantly kills the dude, and then just starts working on him. And when people come into the door, like to the SCP people start coming in trying to contain him, he just starts fucking taking them out, like fucking one by one, and because all he has to do is touch him, and then he just in the video I was watching.
Yeah, but
he
his weakness is lavender, so.
Oh, I mean, you give him some lavender, he's like, "Oh, that smells so good," you know. Like this is just
Kind of like Superman, you know. You throw a rock at him, and he's like, "Oh," you know.
Right.
You just put some lavender, you know, in the room, and he's like, "Huh, I'm chilling." It's like his weed, you know. He smokes some lavender. You'll be cool, man. You'll be good.
Yeah,
chill.
he just shoves it in the nose, like his little nose. He's just like,
That's not a little nose. You need a lot of fucking lavender to fill up that fucking
right.
proboscis.
But yeah, I mean that's one of my favorite ones. I mean, I really don't have any more we can really talk into. I can look up some more. We can keep going there.
Yeah. I mean, there are a lot of like godlike ones that are like SCP-1 that have been like proposed first SCPs. If you want to look into those, there's a lot of those. And a lot of those are like godlike entities, which those are fun to look into. I know Markiplier was talking about, because he's really into SCP. He was talking about this one that was basically like super fucking strong. It's like just in the world and like the snap of a finger, basically. I don't exactly remember what it was or what he was talking about, but no, there are a lot of SCPs that are like super fucking broken. And a lot of them that are just, basic little, things or items or entities that don't really do much in the way of danger or, murder and death. But there are a lot that do murder and death. Do you fear death? Do you fear death? Is he an SCP? Davy Jones? You have to contain him by keeping his heart in your chest, hidden away from everybody else. Oh. You found one? Interesting. Interesting.
This is top secret. This is a level
top
5.
secret. Ooh.
Here, risk danger. It just says danger.
Okay, containment class Keter, which means highest containment level. Disruption class Eki, 4. Risk class danger, 4. So SCP-3812 appearing here as a policeman in riot gear as viewed through a Browning-Krant viewer, right? Okay, so I'm looking at a picture here. I'm just going to try to describe this as best I can.
Yeah.
So there's a picture. There's like a fire, and there's a SWAT guy standing there, and there's like on cameras, you know how those like white boxes go around like faces and people and stuff like that. There's like 3 of those. One of them is on like nobody, and the other 2 are on the SWAT guy, and they all say error. Then the picture directly next to it is like infrared. They called it a Browning-Krant viewer. I don't exactly know what that means. But in this, the SWAT guy is not there. It's basically gone, and you just see the fire and smoke and stuff, and you see the 2 white boxes. They say NA. So it's 2 different pictures, one with the SWAT guy there, one with the SWAT guy not. So I just hope I described that as best as possible. Okay, all right. So special containment procedures. SCP-3812 is currently only partially contained. See containment proposal brief below for more information. Keter class containment proposal brief. I'm losing my reading skills. SCP-3812 is to be constantly monitored by Mobile Task Force. Ganymede 66 Starlight Knights who are to maintain a 5-kilometer quarantined area of exclusion around SCP-3812. The acting MTF GY-66 team lead is in conjunction with Site-86 research staff. Is allowed Fiat? I says Fiat. Fiat authority in regards to any aspect of SCP-3812's containment. Special care must be taken in order to prevent unnecessary exposure to SCP-3812. Current containment efforts focus on mitigating SCP-3812's influence on population centers, as well as research into the full breadth of SCP-3812's anomalies, capabilities in order to establish a more comprehensive containment procedure. Information security teams are to monitor all forms of digital media in order to prevent widespread awareness of SCP-3812. SCP-3812 has an active, aggressive, anomalous influence on reality. SCP-3812 is capable of altering events throughout time to prevent its containment. Due to the nature of these alterations, it is highly unlikely that any individual affected by SCP-3812's anomalous influence will be aware that they are affected. It is highly likely that most affected individuals no longer exist as a result of SCP-3812's influence, though any attempt to deduce how often this has happened would be speculative. Damn!
Yeah.
He can just make it disappear through time. You figured out I'm alive? You figured out I'm real? I'm gonna go to when you were a baby. You ain't a baby no more. You don't even fucking exist.
Right.
Description. SCP-3812 is a reality-altering entity. Due to SCP-3812's latent effect on reality, it is nearly impossible to describe SCP-3812 in any meaningful way. All that is known about SCP-3812 is that was once Sam Howell, a non-anomalous African-American human being who is believed to have died in 1996. Sometime shortly after its death, SCP-3812 was observed rising out of its grave and disappearing. SCP-3812 was brought to the Foundation's attention after its presence resulted in the demolition of an apartment building in Warsaw, Poland. Due to its anomalous capabilities, SCP-3812's appearance varies significantly, making it exceedingly difficult to track. SCP-3812 is currently located at 26 degrees, 2649, 2649 south, 26 degrees, 26 latitude, 2049 longitude south. I don't know how to read all that shit. 137 latitude, 56 longitude, 137 degree, 56 latitude, 27 longitude west over the South Pacific Ocean. If any of y'all understand what the fuck I just said, y'all know where he is. Go get his ass. You know, take some pictures.
He's floating above the ocean.
Over the South Pacific Ocean. SCP-3812 exhibits signs of an extremely advanced Eigenmann-Viter schizophrenia complex. I don't know how to. Eigenmann-Viter schizophrenia complex. I know schizophrenia, but that's that shit. Complex. Specifically, extreme paranoia, extreme dysphoria, extreme mania, depression, inability to properly perceive their surroundings, inability to discern the difference between the real and imagined, inability to differentiate between living and dead beings, inability to control expressions of emotion, hearing voices that are not there, seeing things that are not there, feeling or otherwise experiencing stimuli that do not exist, etc. Damn. So he's super schizophrenic. In the 20 years since SCP-3812 was initially discovered, these symptoms have gone steadily worse. Originally, SCP-3812 was responsive to questioning and sought help in managing its condition from Foundation researchers over time. SCP-3812 became more isolated and withdrawn, eventually becoming entirely unresponsive and acting in erratic and unpredictable ways. Currently, SCP-3812 is not able to accurately perceive the world around it, and will occasionally alter reality in order to diminish the discrepancy between how it perceives something and the way that something is in actuality. Due to this, it is impossible to know how often reality has been modified, only how often SCP-3812 has not created a clean alteration and has left behind evidence of its influence on reality. Wow, damn.
So we don't even know when it changes it.
We don't know Nothing unless it fucks up. If it makes a mistake, we know. If it doesn't make no mistake, how are we supposed to know? It altered reality. He has the reality
just a
stone.
god.
He's got the reality stone.
Yeah, he's just like.
He's just changing reality. SCP-3812 is impossible to contain within any form of containment cell. SCP-3812 will alter reality to remove the containment cell or move itself to another location, drastically impeding containment efforts. SCP-3812 seems to subconsciously resist attempts at containment as well, even if it is caught unaware. SCP-3812 cannot be tranquilized or amnesticized, as SCP-3812 will alter reality to remove or eliminate any threats to itself or its freedom of movement. Because of this, current containment efforts focus on mitigating damage and expressions of SCP-3812's symptoms as opposed to our containment. Over time, 3812 has become significantly less humanoid in appearance, and is now only vaguely humanoid, and occasionally manifests in a variety of shapes and appearances. Additionally, 3812 produces a latent anomalous effect on local reality, specifically in the form of temporal and spatial distortions surrounding the entity. These distortions are occasionally accompanied by random violent outbursts that may dramatically shift or damage local space and time. Damn. While SCP
So he literally just sprawls around on the floor.
He gets angry and he
throws a fit. He's like, I don't like it.
Yeah, and then he fucking alters space-time around him.
Nice.
Yeah, crazy. While SCP-3812 is usually docile and aimless, its random outbursts are invariably fatal to any living creature nearby, and can be extremely disastrous on a massive scale if not properly contained. 3812 manifested in its current form at its current location on July 19th, 2015. Damn.
So that's why 2015 was the worst year.
2015 was definitely not the worst year. I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one. But some crazy shit did happen in 2015. So, that,
I mean, like, I looked up literally the most godlike SCP, and that's what it brought up.
I don't know if he's the most godlike, because there are, like, literal, like, gods on the SCP, like, because we're all looking, if y'all want to look into SCPs yourselves, the SCP Wiki, literally just look at the SCP Wiki. They have all the SCPs that you could fucking possibly imagine.
That's where we're reading most of the
and
stuff from.
You can make your own. So you can also create your own SCP. There's some really crazy, stupid, funny ones on there.
Yeah, like the anti-meme one.
There's one that's imposter is sus.
Imposter sus.
That's I was reading through the list, and one of them said imposter is sus, like on the
it's
side.
Just an Among Us.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. It's an Among Us fucking SCP. But yeah, no, you can make your own and check it out. I was really, really into it because it's very interesting, and the amount that they have, and there's definitely some that would interest a lot of people. And I think that in the SCP website, there's something that interests everybody. There's an SCP out there for everyone.
Right.
You hear that?
Yeah.
There's an SCP out there for you.
Yeah.
Coming to get you.
Ooh. Yeah. But like I said, my favorite one was that Plague Doctor. Which one was your favorite out of the ones we kind of, or not even your favorite, but one that most interests you out of all the ones we were sitting there talking about?
The one that probably most interests me would be probably the last one we read. I like the ones that are like super fucking broken, overpowered.
Yeah.
Those are the SCPs that I like to read into, like the crazy fucking overpowered broken ones, the godlike beings that can alter reality and shit like that.
There was
really
the Scarlet Dragon, I think is one of them. One of them I saw on another video. I should have looked into that one more for this video. But yeah, I thought that was some crazy ones I had. Some other ones that I thought were just kind of cool.
Yeah, no, I enjoy it. Oh my god.
Oh.
Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't fall asleep until like 5 o'clock last night. My bad. But no, I used to really enjoy SCPs, and the ones that I enjoyed the most were like the super broken ones, because the main thing for me is that it's just people that are coming up with this stuff.
Right.
Like that's the main thing that really interests me is like how do people just like this just forms in their head and they type it out on a on a website randomly, and it's very interesting, and it's I like it mainly because that fact, because it's random people creating these entities and these crazy things, and just come out of their imagination. That's crazy. I could never.
Never. Yeah. I probably could imagine some of these, but I feel like mine would just be stupid. Like,
see, my thing is I could imagine them, but all the detail and the different stuff, like interviews and stuff that go into it.
Yeah, like what you were saying, the schizophrenic thing, like the words before that, I think those were just made up. Like they were like, yeah.
No, I think that's probably an actual form of schizophrenia. Because there are different forms of schizophrenia, there are different levels to it and stuff, and I believe that could be an actual form, an actual type of schizophrenia. I believe that it could be.
It possibly could. I could just be,
schizophrenic.
Yeah, I could be an SCP.
You could be asleep right now, and you wouldn't even know.
Right? I could.
Wake
I
up.
could not even be really I could be reanimated right now and not even know I'm reanimated.
You're in the Matrix, bro.
We're all in the Matrix.
No, but I control the Matrix.
You control.
I'm the one who put all of y'all. I put all of y'all into the Matrix. Yeah, that's right. I am the original SCP.
Yeah.
The Matrix SCP.
Well, I'm gonna be the Neo of this fucking this world. I'm gonna be the fat Neo.
Well, thank you for telling me that you're Neo, deleted from the Matrix. I mean, that was pretty bad. That was a pretty bad plan, dude.
Yeah.
That's why
I have the blue.
That was a terrible, terrible plan. You tell the entity that you are the entity that destroys said entity, so entity destroys you before you can destroy said entity.
Nah, I'm too strong. I'm Neo. I'm the guy.
Neo Sky?
No, I'm that guy. But yeah, I thought that was fun. All y'all that are listening to us, thank you. I appreciate all of y'all.
Yeah.
Comment.
I enjoyed the lore of this episode. And this one definitely evolved a lot more like dialogue with like stories and like talking and stuff.
Yeah.
If y'all want more of that, let us know. But yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it, and it was a lot of. I feel like it was a lot of me reading.
Yeah, it's a lot of you reading because I suck at reading. But I mean that's pretty much gonna be a lot of it because I'm gonna be like have shit that I need to read, and I'm gonna be like, I'm bad at reading, dude. I'm really bad. I really need to get on a little side note, my daughter asked me to read books for her and shit, and like
you just need to go and actually like start reading.
Right.
Your thing is if you read more, you will get better at reading.
Right.
And that's just the way it works. I mean, I read a lot when I was a kid. Like I've told you, I'm pretty sure that when I was in third grade, I had like a 10th grade reading level. I used to love to read.
Yeah,
and
we'll get past the whole.
I had a lot
thing.
of books and shit like that. But if you read more, dude, because yes, you are. I don't know if you said this on the podcast or not, but you're dyslexic.
Yeah,
and
dyslexic. I got short arms. I can't read.
But that doesn't have to stop you from reading.
Right.
You just need to read more. And
I just use that as my excuse.
Not to read, exactly. Yeah. So you need to read more.
Right.
Because we've had this conversation before about how you like complained about you don't have that broad of a vocabulary. Couldn't speak there for a second. You don't have that broad of a vocabulary, and I'm like, and you tried to blame it on your like teachers or whatever the fuck. I was like, dude, no, you blamed it on the fact that you couldn't really read that well. I was like, dude. I sort of put it on your teachers because your teacher can teach you, you can learn vocabulary words. They can teach you vocabulary words. But if you just read more, your reading would get better, your reading comprehension would get better, and your vocabulary would get better.
Right.
But anyways, I'm sorry. I interrupted your outro. I'm sorry.
Outro, yeah. But thank y'all for listening to us again. I appreciate all your subscribers. I need you to hit the subscribe button. Like this video if you did like it. If not, like it anyways. Yeah, this has been the Banter Bros podcast. Again, I'm Damien.
And I'm Min, and I have one thing to say before we podcast out. Okay, I have one more thing to share. Yeah, I have one more thing. So I know a lot of people say this on YouTube and stuff, but most of our listeners are not subscribed. We have 16 subscribers and we have 72 views.
Come on, guys.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, come on now. Well, I understand that maybe some of y'all are viewing the same thing, but one of our videos have 32 views. So half of y'all motherfuckers aren't subscribed. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
Like y'all at least subscribe. Like y'all can turn off the notifications so you don't have to worry about seeing us pop up.
Yeah,
But I mean,
subscribe.
like,
we're on Spotify, we're on YouTube, and after this episode, YouTube Shorts are coming out. We are going to start releasing.
episode Big 10. Big 10.
We're on episode 10 here, guys. Big 10. And we just, I'm gonna start releasing YouTube Shorts. But like Damien said, like, subscribe, follow. We're on Spotify. We're on YouTube.
Share us.
Exactly. Let people know about us. If you enjoy our content, if you enjoy these podcasts, let your friends know. Let your people know. Let your family members know. If you have to tie someone down and force them to listen to the podcast, and then make them follow and subscribe. It's very simple.
Right.
Obviously, that was a joke. Please do not tie someone down and force them to listen to this podcast. Anyways, sorry, Damien.
But podcast out.